Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to go over the World of Hyatt business credit card. We're going to go over the new current welcome offer for the card, the different benefits of the card, and then hopefully by the end of the video you can determine whether or not it makes sense for you to apply for it. But before I get into that, I'm JP Knowledge. I'm here on this channel. I like to drop some knowledge on you about personal finance, savings, and how to maximize spend. If that's something you're interested in, please subscribe down below. Now, I am a big fan of the World of Hyatt program. Anyone who has subscribed to my channel knows that I love staying at Hyatt hotels. I became a Globalist last year and got a lot of value from it, and I'm also going to be a Globalist again next year. Now, the business credit card came out last year, and when it did, I did not apply for it because I was over Chase's 524. I'll be under Chase's 524 in October, and when that time actually does happen, I will be available to actually get myself the World of Hyatt business credit card. But let's actually go over the card and see if it even makes sense for me or for yourself to even get. So first things first, let's actually go over the sign-up bonus that is currently going on for this card. This card has a 60,000 bonus point sign-up bonus after you end up spending $5,000 in the first 3 months. Now, World of Hyatt points tend to be a lot more valuable than other hotel program points. If you actually end up looking at what you will average get with World of Hyatt points when you actually end up redeeming it for stays at Hyatt hotels, typically you get about 2 cents per point, which would mean that 60,000 bonus points would actually end up giving you about $1,200 worth of stays at Hyatt hotels, which is a really good sign-up. Now, this is a business credit card, so you are going to need to have a business to apply for this card, but you don't need to have some massive business to apply for this card or have an LLC. If you were someone who happens to sell things on eBay or happens to have some side hustles, you can have to be a business and apply for this card. Now, the awesome part that's connected to this welcome offer is going to be for a limited time. If you apply by October 6th, you're going to get yourself 2 tier qualifying nights for every eligible stay that you have between August 23rd, December 31st. So this means if you're looking to try to get yourself Hyatt's top tier globalist status, you have a quicker, fast track to actually getting this card, which can end up being awesome because a lot of people actually want the World of Hyatt's globalist status. It ends up being the best status out there when it comes to hotel status. It also ends up being the hardest status to obtain. So if you're someone who actually wishes to be Hyatt's globalist status, getting this card will actually make a lot of sense for you. Now let's actually go over the benefits of actually having this card. So you're gonna get yourself 4 bonus points per $1 spend at World of Hyatt. It actually ends up being 9 points in total, but that you end up getting yourself 5 points for being a member, so you get yourself 4 additional points on top of that. This is with all things that are partnering with the World of Hyatt program. Then you're also gonna get yourself 2x points on every dollar spent on the top 3 categories until the end of the year. So this is gonna end up being for dining, for shipping, for airline tickets, for local transit, social media, search engine advertisement, car rental, gas stations, internet, cable, and phone services. So this right here, I think that it's cool that you actually end up getting yourself 2x in 3 different categories. This is going to be to the end of the year. Then after that, it ends up only being 2 categories per quarter and eligible categories. Now, 2x isn't super competitive. There are other cards out there. If you look at something like the Chase Sapphire Reserve, where you can get 3x back on transit, or other cards within Chase's family, you can get 3x back on dining, and you can just use your Chase points to transfer over to the World of Hyatt program. So because of that, some of these categories, when I look at them, I just go, okay, 2x. I mean, it is nice to get it on multiple categories, but 2x is just not that strong as compared to some of the other cards out on the field right now. Now, you do actually get yourself 2x back on fitness and gym memberships, which is actually really nice. I definitely take advantage of that with my personal World of Hyatt credit card, and then you're gonna get yourself 1x on all the purchases. Now, this card does have a $199 annual fee, and it also does not have a free night award stay with actually having this card. So that's one thing that's great about actually having the personal card, is that every year on your anniversary, you get yourself a category 1 to 4 free night award stay with it. This card, unfortunately, you don't get that. But the benefits you are going to get with the $199 annual fee is you're going to get yourself $100 credit, so it can effectively make the annual fee $90. This ends up being a $50 credit twice after you end up spending $50 at a Hyatt hotel each anniversary. So it's broken up into 2 different $50 credits you're gonna end up getting. And then another benefit is if you happen to spend over $50,000 on this card, you're gonna get yourself 10% back on redeeming your points, up to 200,000 points per year in redemptions. So I don't know if it's gonna be worth doing the $50,000. Now, if you end up redeeming a lot of points, then maybe that can end up making sense of getting, but you'd have to do 2 million points to end up getting yourself 200,000 point redemptions per year. If I were to get this card, I would not be spending $50,000 on it, but this really comes down to you and your situation for you to determine whether or not this can actually end up making sense for you. Now let's go over what you can get with those 60,000 points from the sign-up bonus with World of Hyatt. So you can stay at the Park Hyatt in the Maldives. This ends up being a Category 7 hotel. So if you decide to stay there, it's usually 30,000 points, but if you find on off-peak, it can end up being 25,000 points. So you can stay in the Maldives at Park Hyatt, which is their flagship hotel, for 2 days if you actually happen to get the sign-up bonus for this card. Or if you happen to want to go to an all-inclusive, you go to the Hyatt Zilara in Cancun. This is an adults-only all-inclusive hotel, and if you decide to stay at that, you could actually get yourself a couple nights there at an all-inclusive hotel, getting yourself a junior suite king for 25,000 points. Now say you don't want to stay anywhere super fancy within the Hyatt hotel program, but you still want to get good value for your points. Well, Hyatt actually has an award chart all the way from Category 1 to 8, and what ends up happening is that you actually have a off-peak lowest amount of points you can end up spending, and then a peak max amount of points. So if you actually happen to stay at a Category 1, the least amount you'll end up spending is 3,500 points. If you happen to stay just at a standard Hyatt hotel, you can end up getting yourself 12 days from the sign-up bonus at a Category 1. So an example of that would end up being the Hyatt House out in Dallas. So say you happen to want to go out and visit Texas. I was actually just there this week and had a great time out there. Amazing barbecue. So if you're looking for a place for some great eating, definitely go out to Texas. I was actually out in Austin, but say you happen to want to go out to Dallas, you could stay at the Hyatt House in Dallas for 12 days just from the sign-up bonus from this card. So what I always say to people who actually happen to get themselves a World of Hyatt credit card and looking for places to stay is to type into Google, look for Hyatt Category 1 or Hyatt Category 4, and what will end up happening is it'll bring you to this page right here where it'll show you all the different Hyatt hotels and all the different categories. So if you happen to want to stay at one that ends up being a Category 5, you can end up seeing all the different ones within California, within Massachusetts, and you could have it just depending on which country you want to stay in or which continent you want to stay on. So this will allow you to narrow down where you can end up staying within the Hyatt program. Now, the big thing about this sign-up bonus ends up being those 2 elite nights. So that's the reason why people actually want to get this card right now, is because being able to qualify for a Globalist at a fast track from actually getting 2 elite qualifying nights per night stay ends up being an awesome benefit to actually get for this card. Now, this is only going to the end of the year, so you would have to take advantage of that. If you actually want to see what you end up getting for climbing up the status ladder within Hyatt program, is that 20 nights, you're going to end up getting yourself 2 club lounge accesses. At 30 nights, you end up getting yourself a Category 1 to 4 free night certificate, and also 2 more club lounge access awards. At 40 nights, you end up getting yourself 5,000 points or a $100 Hyatt gift card, or 10,000 points when it comes to saving on a fine experience, which normally people either go with the 5,000 points or the $100 gift card. At 50 nights, you're going to get yourself 2 suite upgrade awards. Now these can end up being incredibly valuable. These are going to be guaranteed suites if there is availability for it. This can end up being with cash payments or with award point payments. You can still get yourself these suite night awards. You can't do it with free night awards, so the ones you would end up getting for your if you happen to have the personal credit card, or if you happen to get from the 30 elite nights, you can't add those on to getting the suite night award upgrades connected with it. But for payments of cash or for payments of points, you can do it, and this ends up being one of the best benefits with actually in the Hyatt program. And then at 60 elite nights is actually when you end up getting yourself Globalist. You're gonna get yourself a Category 1 to 7 free night award certificate. You're gonna get yourself an additional 2 more suite upgrade awards, and then you're also gonna get yourself access to My Hyatt Concierge. Now, after that ends up being, for the next 10 nights, all the way up to 100, it ends up being 10,000 points or another suite upgrade award. But these are going to be all the things you would end up getting when getting yourself to Globalist status at 60 nights. Now, if you're actually wondering what you end up getting for Globalist, here's all the benefits right here. You're going to get yourself more points when you actually end up staying and doing paid stays. You're going to get yourself resort fees waived. You're getting 4 p.m. checkout. There ends up being suite upgrades if there actually is availability there. I mean, there ends up just being a lot of awesome benefits from actually being a Globalist. So if you're someone who's ever actually wanted to be it, it may make sense for you to get this card. Plus, additionally, there actually is a Hyatt bonus journey that's going on where not only are you going to get yourself 2x points on qualified stays, but if you actually happen to stay at any all-inclusive hotels, then you actually are going to get yourself an additional 2 night stays actually at those hotels. So I believe that you can actually stack these 2 things together. Now, it's not going to be 4 nights in total with getting yourself the business credit card. What they end up doing is they end up giving you 1 bonus night. So I believe what would end up happening is that if you stayed at all-inclusive hotels within the Hyatt program with the business credit card, you'd end up getting yourself 3 elite nights for each day you actually stayed at the all-inclusive hotel. So 1 just for the standard, and then 1 for the bonus journey, and then 1 for the bonus for the sign-up bonus for the business credit card. So that could actually really quickly fast track you over to being a globalist just from that. And also with the World of Hyatt business credit card, for every $10,000 you spend, you end up getting yourself 5 elite nights. Now there may only be about 4 months left of the year, but if you happen to take advantage of the bonus journey and also get yourself the World of Hyatt business credit card, take advantage of the bonus connected with that card, then it actually could be very possible for you to become a globalist if that's what you're seeking. So that is the review of the World of Hyatt business credit card. So does it make sense to actually get this card? Well, I think that at least for the sign-up bonus, getting 60,000 bonus points is going to make that $199 annual fee worthwhile, because the 60,000 bonus points end up being worth up to $1,200 worth of stays at the Hyatt hotel program. So I think because of that, getting the card just for the sign-up bonus can make a lot of sense. Now, if you are someone who does want to get globalist, this can be a great way to get it. Definitely do the math to actually make sure it does make sense for you to try to get globalist, because while there are a lot of benefits from getting globalist, it doesn't make sense for you to just go out of your way and just put in all this additional money for stays with getting globalist if you're not going to be getting that much value back from it. But if you're someone who sees that they're pretty close to getting globalist and could take advantage of this bonus offer for actually getting the 2 elite nights, I would say getting those 60,000 points and also getting this bonus of the 2 elite nights can make a lot of sense for you. But if you're someone who just doesn't see the value in this, I would say look at getting the World of Hyatt personal credit card. I mean, I think this card is awesome. It's definitely a keeper card. The sign-up bonus is also 60,000 points. It does take $15,000 in spend, so it is a lot more spend. But as a whole, this card can end up being an awesome card that does give you a category 1 to 4 free night award certificate every anniversary. For me, this is one of my favorite cards out there. I am a big fan of the World of Hyatt program. And if you are someone who's actually interested in getting either one of these cards, I will have a referral link down below. If you decide to use them, it will help out the channel, and I'd be very thankful for your support. But that is going to be my review and the breakdown of the World of Hyatt business credit card. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you do have any questions, drop them down in the comment section down below. I'll do the best I can to answer them. If you happen to really like this video, then please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and have a beautiful rest of your day.